Assalamu alaikum, I'm Hina Ijaz. Welcome to Pakistan. And again, we have another guest from the United States of America. Last time we had somebody from California. This time we have somebody who lives nearby Chicago. He was born in Ohio and he's been in Pakistan for the past 2 months. Wow, I actually, when he said 2 months, I actually thought 2 days because 2 months way too long. I wonder what Jonathan White is doing here. Well, I know I shall find out more about his journey, about his travels in Pakistan. And on the other side, I have Maria Khan, who owns, who's actually a Mexican cuisine expert. And I've personally tried her food and it's amazing. And trust me, I'm addicted to it. And I think all of you out there who've not indulged into Mexican cuisine, this is the place to order from, Salt and Sage. Maria has also been into fashion designing. She's doing lots of things, and let's see how this conversation flows. Hi, Jonathan. Welcome to the show. I'm sure you can now answer to Assalamu alaikum by now in 2 months.
Yes, wa alaikum assalam.
Yes, see, I knew it.
Yes.
2 months and you can't answer that. I'd be disappointed.
Yes.
Maria, hi. Assalamu alaikum. How are you?
Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much.
You didn't bring me any Mexican cuisine today. I'm very upset.
You shall have a whole taco bar soon.
Yes, and I hope you that Jonathan also gets
He
to try
shall have
some.
a taste of our
Yes,
fusion
Definitely.
line.
Definitely look forward to that.
Yes, I'm sure
Yes.
you've been having a lot of Mexican cuisine.
Yes, it's been a couple of months, but yes. Yes.
Right, so I have to play this report right now, which our team has prepared on America, and you're going to see some images
Right.
from back home. I'm sure you're missing it.
Awesome.
Let's see it. Well, Jonathan, I'm sure you recognize some of the images.
Yes, just
Right.
a few.
Can you name a few?
Yes, looked like we had Chicago in there, and then we had a couple other destinations in the States.
Right.
Yes.
Excellent. So 2 months in Pakistan. What brings you to Pakistan?
Yes, yeah, I came here for my first time about 8 months ago. And this is my second time back in Pakistan.
God, you didn't tell me that.
No, yes, yeah, so it's
So
been,
you know Pakistan well.
yes,
8
yes.
months ago, you visited for how long?
Yeah, for about a month last time.
Right.
And then was here for 2 months this time, heading back home in a few days. So.
Do you have any plans to shift here or something?
No plans. I would love to, but probably will be traveling in and out of Pakistan.
All right, so let me give you some
Yes.
background on Jonathan White. Jonathan has a startup business. He started it a couple of months ago. It's called Untraversed Travel. You can look it up under the name Untraversedtravel.com. The initiative was taken in order to bring the West closer to the East. Correct me if I'm
Yes.
wrong, right?
Yes.
So he's been visiting a couple of countries within this region. He's visited Nepal, Bangladesh already. Then he's now in Pakistan as I'm interviewing, of course, as you can see. What a funny thing to say. So, right. So you've been here for 2 months. You've
Yes.
lived in Lahore, or have you been to Islamabad and Karachi and other
Yes.
parts of the country as well?
Yeah, I flew into Karachi and then made the trip up to the far north. Came down from Gilgit-Baltistan and was able to see southern Punjab as well for the first time. So that was very beautiful.
Was that a tough place for you?
It
Southern
was.
Punjab.
Yeah, southern Punjab. It was amazing. I really enjoyed it, but also difficult to travel as well. Yes.
How much of a barrier was language for you?
It was definitely a big barrier. I'm super passionate about language, so I started studying Hindi and Urdu about 2 years ago and have gotten pretty far with both of them. So it's been really
Okay, what
awesome.
all can you say in Urdu?
या so मुझे काफ़ी उर्दू आती है इसलिए
काफी आती है.
हाँ काफ़ी आती है तकरीबन 2 साल से सीख रहा हूँ.
Wow, Jonathan,
yes.
you're good.
Yeah, thank you. Yes.
You're
Yeah.
good.
It was a really long journey, but I really enjoyed learning.
So how did this idea emerge about this travel company? Because normally people started with the concept of just, getting clients on a very, very commercial basis, but
Yes.
your ideology is quite different from an orthodox company.
Yes.
Because you plan and intend to bring the West closer to the East
Yes.
and vice versa, East closer to the West.
Yes. Yeah.
So why and suddenly this love for the East?
For sure, yes. I started traveling in South Asia about 2 years ago and really fell in love with the subcontinent, and then coming to Pakistan for the first time.
Which was the first country that you visited in
Yes.
Asia?
The first was India before COVID.
Right.
Yes. And then Bangladesh and Nepal after that.
Bangladesh and Nepal happened during COVID.
Yes. Yeah, during COVID.
Was
yes.
it tough during those times?
It
Because there were
was.
lockdowns?
Yeah, so many COVID tests. My nose still hurts from taking 5 tests per flight.
I think we've all been through
Yes,
that. We've
yes.
all been through that. Maria, how many COVID tests have you had so far?
2.
What? Just two?
Wow.
Just 2. Only while traveling.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
thank
good.
God. Thank
Not
God.
bad.
Saved so
Have
far.
you had a COVID scare ever?
Yes, I have. In the beginning.
You did.
In 2020, yes.
Did you get
This
were you
was
positive?
No.
Good. Good. Did you get COVID?
I did. I got COVID at least once, if not twice so far.
Where?
So, yes, I
Where
got
were you then?
Yeah, back in the States. Yes, in the States, I definitely tested positive for it there, and I think I got another variant after that, but I'm not entirely sure.
You didn't
Yes.
get tested for that.
Not for the second time, I figured.
So then it wasn't COVID really,
Yes.
because most of us tend to think that it's COVID, but
This is
normally
true.
it's not. It could
This
be a
is
flu,
true.
a cold, or a
Yes.
cough, or whatever.
This is true.
Right. So you have been to up north.
Yes.
You've been to southern Punjab, and where else in Pakistan?
Yeah, was most recently up through Pasu, spent New Year's in Pasu, and then for the south went down to Multan and Bahawalpur most
Lovely.
recently.
And did you see the palaces there?
Yes, I did. I saw some of the old shrines and palaces from the old kingdoms, and that was so beautiful. So beautiful. We're just blown away by how detailed the architecture is on some of the old structures.
And where all did you go in Lahore?
Yeah, in Lahore, have been traveling around a lot. Got to experience my first Qawwali music night a couple of Thursday nights ago, and got to see a lot of the old walled city. It's just amazing.
Of course. It's
Yes.
incomplete, the journey, without
It
seeing
is. It's so beautiful. Just blown away every time. There's so much activity going on in one
that. Did you
small
have the food
stretch.
there?
Yes, I have. Yes, I've loved it. Yes.
So, Maria, you do Mexican cuisine, tried and tested, 100 on 100, 10 on 10, whatever, full marks on that. So, have you ever tried fusion-based stuff? Fusion, because a lot of people tend to do that by the end of the day. If they're venturing into international cuisine, they'll also fuse it with a little bit of a Pakistani taste. Have you tried that?
Yes, I have. We have. Actually, Lahore is like a diverse culture. It's a very rich culture of food, music, literature. Well, we won't get into that. We'll stick to food.
No, we must indeed.
Yes,
Okay.
we
Later,
do.
for later,
So
by
for-
the way, yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So we were under the British rule and also the Mughal rule many years ago. So we have Persian.
We
touch,
have that influence.
We have the Persian influence. We have the Afghan. We have the Middle Eastern, and we have the Western. So you will see like a diverse like spices
Yes.
and taste, and people want to. Lahoris are known for their taste of food.
Yeah, I'm sure you've realized that by
Yes.
now, right?
Yes.
Yes.
They're big on food.
So if you go to the inner city, you've been to the walled city.
Yes.
We have the famous food street, which is like a paradise of food,
wow.
of desi food. Yes.
Yes.
So we have a variety starting
What all
from.
did you try, by the way?
Yeah, my favorite Pakistani
No,
food.
there, where she's
Oh.
mentioning on the food street.
Yes, I remember the giant, like, right south of the food street, the giant, like maybe they're making like yogurt or some sort of dairy product, and the giant street food vendors,
Okay,
big open
dahi
kettle.
vada. Dahi
What
wala.
have you
It's
got?
what dahi
Lassi.
wala.
Yes.
It's a famous snack food chaat.
Chat,
Yeah.
right. Yes, he had the giant, massive vat of it going. It was so amazing. So
Really?
picturesque.
And you enjoyed that?
I did, yeah, loved it so much.
Did the spice level in our food
Yes,
shock or surprise you?
it did. Coming back for the second time, I was able to brace myself for it, and I've done a lot better, but it's definitely a shock. Yes.
Right, right. But did you enjoy that?
I did. The first time, not so much, but gradually getting more and more used to it.
So what's your most favorite meal out of our entire Pakistani food palette?
Yes, the food I missed most going back to the States last time was biryani. There's definitely no good biryani in the States.
I'm going to repeat that every time I have somebody from the United States or somewhere from far, far west. They tend to love biryani.
Oh, it's great.
Biryani and kadhai.
Yes.
Did you try kadhai?
Yes, we did. Yes, probably.
How did you find that?
It's good. I definitely prefer the biryani, but the kadai is also very good.
You're big on rice.
Yes. Yes.
Right. So, did you by chance attend a Pakistani wedding?
I did not. No, I haven't had the opportunity yet. I got an invitation,
Well,
but
that's a big part of our culture.
that's good. I definitely need to make sure I make one.
So, Jonathan, tell me, were people welcoming?
Yes, it's been amazing. Every part of Pakistan, from the north to the south, that I've traveled through, I've just been utterly shocked by how hospitable everyone is. Everyone is so welcoming. It's impossible to pay for anything.
Were there difficult times in between?
Not too many, no. Everything a little
Okay,
bit.
let's put it this way.
Yes.
What were the challenges that you faced?
The challenges, yeah, probably the biggest challenge first arriving was just figuring out how to get around through Lahore. It's a crazy city. There's so much going on, and as someone trying to figure out how to take a rickshaw or hail a cab is definitely a challenge.
The right mode of transport.
Yes.
But you figured that out.
Yeah,
No.
by now it's mostly getting a little bit better. It was a bit of a challenge.
So you
getting
didn't
here.
have a guide or somebody
No.
guiding you?
No, I had some friends early on from couch surfing that helped out with finding my way around, but mostly just through trial and error.
Right,
Yes.
right. So I'm going towards a short break, and when we return, we're going to talk about Maria's journey. While she ventured into the food business, she experimented with Mexican cuisine, and I'm sure it was a little bit of a challenge because you have to convince people about something relatively new in Pakistan because the masses don't really know about this particular cuisine. So I shall talk about it with Maria and Jonathan as well about your food experiences furthermore in Pakistan, but right after this short break.
I would suggest it's magnificent, color kahar, salt. Start with the salt mines.
Oh, the salt mines, you
Yes.
have to visit
I
it.
haven't been, no.
It's a
Good idea.
magnificent experience because you go in the cave.
My recent passion has been, after coming to South Asia, has been trying to learn how to make roti at home back in the States.
We run away from making roti.
Oh, wow.
Ask why.
Why?
Because it has to be round.
Oh, and it's hard to get it round.
Everybody ends up making a continent.
All right.
It's always fun talking to people who start new businesses. And I'm talking to Jonathan White today, who's from America, and he's here in Pakistan for the past 2 months. He's visited Bangladesh and Nepal within the region. He's trying to bring East and West together through his platform, which is called Untraversedtravel.com. On the other side, I have Maria Khan, who ventured into fashion designing. She succeeded in that, but as a family tradition, they love good food. They make great food. You go to the house, they will always serve you the best food, and I'm a witness of it, and I love witnessing it each time. So Maria started again a startup called Salt and Sage. She ventured into Mexican cuisine, but eventually also expanded into Hyderabadi food. So Maria, you started with Mexican. Like I asked you, why Mexican? Wasn't it a challenge, given not many people really have tasted that cuisine in Pakistan?
Well, actually in 2020, a lot of people during COVID, during lockdown, they were going for the healthy option. So I started making healthy food just for myself. And then I started getting, it was actually very strange. People, my friends and family said, why don't you make Mexican food? Why don't you try tacos? And I made
just like that.
tacos. They said, made tacos. And I made tacos. And then I tried a few more things like burrito rolls, chicken quesadillas, loaded nachos. And they were, it was a great.
A massive hit.
Massive hit. And then I started sending out testers, obviously. And everybody was like, oh my God, I mean, why did you start this business? So I thought of salt and sage, salt being the main ingredient in our food. And sage is actually like a herb/shrub which has healing properties.
I love
so
the
food
name.
is therapy. So food is therapy. So when you make the food, when you prepare it, down to when you serve it and when you have it, it's actually therapeutic.
So why did you branch out into Hyderabadi food then?
People, it was
Not that I'm contesting that, please don't discontinue because I love that part of your menu as well. But why Hyderabadi? Because there's a big distinction or difference rather between the two cuisines.
Okay, so because salt and sage is like, the name is such, it's like diverse. We wanted to put different cuisines in our menu. So I started with Mexican and then I added Hyderabadi because actually Hyderabadi/Desi, which is our Pakistani food, is actually, it's served into thalis, which is an Indian concept. It's served into bowls. So we have strict vegetarians for the veggie lovers, and then we have
Karachi is big on this kind of food, the Hyderabadi cuisine, because of the Hyderabadi influence there.
Yes, Hyderabad.
In Lahore, it's a little unfamiliar concept, relatively new.
But again, people in Lahore.
How did they respond to it? Yeah, the Hyderabadi side.
We have had a fantastic, superb response. People just want to keep trying new concepts and new food, and
She
they want.
does this thing with tomatoes, It's a tomato cut or something.
Yes.
And it has a little tanginess to it. Okay, let's draw the similarities between salsa
Yes.
and the tomato cut.
Yes. All right.
So if you could get into the ingredients and explain to Jonathan
Yes, please do.
that how are they similar, right?
Okay, this is very interesting, So the tomato cut, okay, that is actually cooked in whole spices.
Wow.
With curry leaf, with cumin, salt, whole red spices. And we have a lot of, we have a roof garden. So that just, the fresh herbs.
You extracted from there?
Yes.
Wow.
So we have a roof garden. Actually, it's actually my mother, She is
See,
like.
it's in her genes.
Yeah,
it's in her
it is
blood.
in my genes, Even my father, by the way.
Yes, of course.
But my mother, she's got this beautiful. We have a beautiful roof garden, and when you bring the fresh herbs and the spices into the kitchen,
The aroma is
whole
totally
aroma
different.
is beautiful. It's just amazing. And then obviously when you add fresh ingredients, so that is obviously the tomato cut, which is the Hyderabadi dish that is
Similar
cooked.
to salsa, if we were to explain to
No,
Jonathan.
that is actually cooked. It's simmered, it's cooked, like on stove. Salsa is like more like you blend
A
the
little
tomato
raw in nature,
yes,
right?
Yes, and you blend the ingredients like chilies and the tomato,
Yes.
and then you make it like it's like a fresh raw salad,
And more
so to
herbs
speak.
infused
Yes.
Oh.
into it.
Yes,
So,
yes.
okay, let's make it simple for Jonathan. Tomato cut is cooked and simmered, and
All right. That makes sense.
and it's served hot. Well, you can have it cold as well. I enjoyed that
And
too.
you can have it with
Salsa
rice.
is blended,
right,
it's
yes.
things blended together, and you're like, voila, it's ready.
That makes sense.
And also you can have tomato cut is served with either plain boiled rice or our roti. You've had our
Yes,
bread, a naan bread.
So, do you cook, Jonathan?
I do, yes.
Okay, tell us, what do you cook? Now, let's fill Marian on that.
Yeah, so you'll probably love this. My recent passion has been, after coming to South Asia, has been trying to learn how to make roti at home back in the States. So I've been
That's the sweetest
tempting-
thing I've heard.
Yes,
Somebody trying to make roti.
yes, it's,
Rotis are a staple food in our diet. Pakistanis, you know, bread. That's our
Yes.
bread. But we run away from making roti.
Oh, wow.
Ask why.
Why?
Because it has to be round.
Oh, and it's hard to get it round.
Everybody ends up making a continent.
Ah, all right. That makes sense.
So
Actually,
is your roti round?
You know it's horrible. It looks like...
Which country does it
Yes.
look like?
I don't know. It looks like some random, odd, geometric shape. Yes.
So why roti? Why the inclination towards roti?
Yes. Yeah, I had it so much traveling around South Asia. Got back home and couldn't find it anywhere. Decided to try
Yeah,
to make
that's
it
correct.
with
Yeah.
some of my foodie friends, and they really...
You know, there's a machine now. There's a roti maker.
Oh, no.
Yes,
How does that work?
yes. It's so simple, right, Mario?
It is, you can get it online.
Yeah.
Fine. Wow.
Yes.
It's a roti maker and makes the perfect round roti.
Oh, well, I'll have to find one, take it home with me. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Excellent. So that's your recent passion.
Yes.
What about other things? What else have you ventured into?
Yes, we tend to do a lot of like comfort food in America. So a lot of really unhealthy, fatty, but amazing.
fries?
Yes, French fries, a lot of like mashed potatoes and cooked meat, that sort of food. We really enjoy, kind of southern comfort food.
Well, it doesn't look like you eat a lot.
No, I don't. Yeah, it's been a lot of,
You burn a lot of calories.
yes.
Right.
Yes.
You're a traveler, of course. So, this passion for travel, or rather
Yes.
the travel business,
Yes.
why were you so passionate about it?
Yeah, I think I've always done it. My first job after school was working in the domestic tourism industry in the States and guiding adventure travel, mountaineering, skiing, those sort of trips, and it was
Right.
always something I was passionate.
You know, the normal travel plan for somebody going to
Yes.
America is going to New York, go to California, do this, you know, the basics.
Yes.
Since you are in the travel business, what non-ordinary things would you recommend to people now who intend to travel to America?
Coming to the States.
Yeah.
Yes, I would definitely recommend spending time in the national parks. I think they're definitely one of the best parts
Something
of the States.
unconventional.
Yes. Yeah, probably, I think Yellowstone National Park is a good one for folks for their first time in the States, for getting out of the cities and just seeing some really unique landscapes. Yes.
Right. So when you were in the domestic tourism
Yes.
industry in the States,
Yes.
what would you normally recommend to your clients?
Yeah. For us, when we were working out west, we would normally, one of our favorites was to take them on a tour through Yellowstone National Park. We would go and see some of the geysers
Right.
and have fun showing them the bison and occasionally some grizzly bear sightings in the national park there.
Right. So I have a question, since
Yes.
you know you also have a beard,
Yes.
and a lot of people must have mistaken you from
Yes.
that you belong to Peshawar or
Yes.
somewhere in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. Is that
Yes,
correct?
That's been an ongoing joke for a couple months here in Pakistan.
Did you
Yes.
grow the beard here,
No.
or
no.
was it always there?
Yes, I normally have a beard, but we don't wear them quite so big in the States. We always are looking for an excuse to wear a big beard, though. So
Oh,
coming
so
to
this was
Pakistan.
the time.
Yes.
So were you mistaken for a person from Peshawar?
Yes, it's definitely happened a few times. Yes.
So we have four beautiful provinces. We have gorgeous people, gorgeous places, and whatnot. Mountains, rivers, valleys. So Mario, what else would you recommend to him? Where all should he be
If
going
we
in
start
Pakistan?
if we start from Lahore, Punjab, and going up north, I would suggest it's magnificent, Color Kahar, salt. Start with the salt mines.
Oh, the salt mines. You
Yes.
have to visit
I
it.
haven't been, no.
It's a
Good idea.
magnificent experience because you go in the cave
Wow.
and it's just breathtaking.
Yes, very good suggestion. When are you leaving?
On March 3rd is my flight from Karachi,
Oh, no.
so yes.
No, but you have a couple of days. You can do it.
Yes, I have time. I could make it.
You have
yes.
time. It's
Be a
only
go-getter.
2.5.
Come
Alright.
on, do that.
Yes.
It's not a long drive. It's only around 2
2 hours. Two and a half hours.
roughly, yes.
Oh, it's not bad at all.
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm going towards a short break, but I need to ask Jonathan. A lot of people have a false perception about Pakistan before traveling to Pakistan. They told different stories and they hear different things on the media. Well, some may be true, some may not be true, and some may be exaggerated. So what was it that Jonathan heard before coming to Pakistan, and did his opinion change upon his arrival here? I shall ask him and get the answer right after this short break.
We are not only close to our immediate family, we are close to our first cousins and second cousins and even third cousins.
With the COVID situation, it's been so easy to travel compared to other countries. Pakistan has done a really good job at streamlining the process for tourists.
Family weddings and events, first cousin, second cousin, third cousin, cousin's cousin,
Yeah.
they're all invited. And if they don't get invited,
Yes.
they get upset. Yes, so Jonathan, there was a question that I posed before the break.
Yes,
You must have heard some negative things about Pakistan.
yes.
Interestingly, whoever's been on the show, they all admit to it, yes, that they did hear negative things about Pakistan as portrayed on the media. Like I said, some may be true, some may be exaggerated. But as you come here, the picture is completely different. Jonathan, your experience, please.
Yeah, before I came, I think I really believed all of the bad rep that's given to Pakistan as a country by the Western media. And I was very nervous coming to Pakistan
You
for
were?
the first time. Yes, yes. And then probably I remember my first experience.
What gave you the courage?
Yeah, I had been studying Hindi and then a little bit of Urdu. I think meeting my Urdu teacher and meeting his family and getting to know them really helped
Right.
start to break that down. Yes.
Before coming here.
Yeah, before coming. So
And then once you landed here, once
Yes.
you spent a couple of days here,
yes.
were you relaxed?
Oh yes, for sure. Even after my first day of just sitting down for tea or roti, it was so much.
So I'm sure you're putting up pictures on your blog, on your pages,
Yes.
on your social media pages, right?
Yes.
Are you receiving queries about Pakistan? Are there questions from
Yes.
the United States?
Yes, for sure. Even after my first trip, before I was having any interest in trying to bring groups over for tours, just coming back with the stories of Pakistan, folks were just so surprised at my reports of how hospitable everyone was, how friendly and how beautiful
And
the country.
safe.
Yes.
And safe. It is
Safe,
safe to
yes.
come here. In fact, I was talking to Jonathan right before we started the interview. His visa process was extremely smooth and easy compared to times before. Like a couple of years ago, it was very difficult. One would get a visa, but the process was lengthy. It was lengthy and it was slightly tiring. Not anymore, right?
No, yeah, it was very smooth.
So I think you should highlight that on your
yes,
pages.
for sure. Yes.
It's easy now. Most of the things are online.
Yes, it's so smooth with the e-visa application.
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly.
And with the COVID situation, it's been so easy to travel compared to other countries. Pakistan has done a really good job at streamlining the process for tourists through the COVID season.
Right. So are you telling people back home that it's safe to be here?
Yes, it's safe and Pakistan is ready
And
for travel.
Jonathan's become a celebrity. He's on a TV show. Right? So you come here and you become a celebrity. Isn't that amazing?
good.
We welcome people. We always do. We love hosting. And if you just talk about Lahore, we love feeding our guests with good food from here. Right? We like stuffing our guests.
Yes. Yes.
Right. So what about a culture? Were you inspired?
Yes. Yeah, I've definitely been inspired by just how Pakistanis, when you meet someone for the first time, how they'll just sit down and drop everything, and they have such a great just presence and relationships when you're meeting someone for the first time. It's in the West, everyone's so busy, so cold, so prone
Have you
to
seen
run.
the closed family units here?
Yes.
How
yes.
did you find that? Must be a little shocking
It is.
in the first place.
I so much respect and appreciate the family system.
You do?
In
That's
Pakistan,
amazing.
yes, it's beautiful. Families, unlike back home, families are so much respect for their parents, so
Right.
closely knit. It's beautiful.
Maria, you have a very close-knit family.
Very.
And you're very close to each other. The parents, the sisters, and all of you. So I would just want you to explain to Jonathan that whether it can be a little overwhelming at times or is it an advantage?
Well, over here, you know, Okay, well, what
Because I want to make it fun. Does it get overwhelming?
it gets overwhelming, but you know, the noise, like we are 5 sisters. So the noise and the drama, it's like, you know, like I would say
You
that
know, us in the East, we love drama, don't we?
we love, it's like a real live, you know, like somebody is filming a live show you see on Netflix. So in our household, mashallah, we say that, you know, it's like a live show. We don't need entertainment. We don't need to even watch a TV show. But in
They have their own reality show at home, is that what you're saying?
but can I just tell you, it's something which is actually very heartwarming and very different from other nations.
The West.
The West. That we are not only close to our immediate family, we are close to our first cousins and second cousins and even third cousins. We have
You know, we factor in our third cousins so much, like they're like cousins for us, and at family weddings and events, first cousin, second cousin, third cousin, cousin's cousin, they're all invited. And if they don't get invited, they get upset.
So this is
That's
overwhelming.
drama. No,
This
then
is
they create
overwhelming.
drama. So this is how the drama takes place. There's a process here.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, so that's, see, we're filling you in on our culture
good.
about the beauty of it.
Wow, it's beautiful.
Right, so Maria loves it, like she's explaining it to you.
No, because
That's
there are
good.
occasions we all get together, and as you know, our weddings are like a week.
A week long? No, they could be 10 days. Or if you're like the first cousin, then for you it's 2 months.
Oh no.
If you're the second cousin, 1 month.
Oh,
if you're the
no.
third cousin, then 10 days. Right?
Oh yes, of course. No, but then you know, we have Eids. We have 2 Eids in the year.
Yeah.
Eid ul Fitr, Eid ul Adha. We all get together. All of us get together. So any occasion. But yes, it's kind of funny that any occasion the whole family gets together. But also very like, what do you say? Very.
It's very festive.
It's secure. You
It's
feel
very-
secure.
When you feel you're close to one another,
Yeah.
there's family support. You got their back, they got your back, and blah, blah, blah.
In
And
times of illness, in times of birth.
people are going to stand next to each other.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a very prominent part of our culture.
It's so amazing.
So
It is.
you never feel alone, lonely, and at times, like I said, that gets overwhelming. You need space at times. On a lighter note. Okay, so I'm going to show you some images of the United States of America and Pakistan, and like I tell you each time, in every episode we pick them up very, very intelligently, where you can't tell the difference between the two really. But Maria is going to comment on the Pakistan side, and Jonathan is going to comment on his country's side, and I bet you can't tell the difference. Please, let's see them. See, I mean, we have a few rocks there, here and there, but I'm sure there's some on your side too.
Yes.
But it looks pretty similar, right? Do you recognize these areas? Okay, now, who can't recognize that, right?
Oh yeah, the Grand Canyon.
Yes,
And ye
yes,
kya hai
yes. Mario is supposed to comment on the Pakistan side.
Oh,
What is the Pakistani location? That's in. Where is
Gavadir, that was Gavadir. You're going to Karachi. We were just going to come to that. You should
oh,
visit
that's
that place.
the lake, wo wala.
this? Which one is the Pakistani?
Mud volcano.
Shangri-La.
Shangri-La.
Shangri-La,
Yes, you know Pak. You've been there, right?
Yes.
That's like one of our major landmarks.
Ah, wow.
Yeah. So now you're going to Karachi very soon.
Yes.
So what all do you plan to do there?
I have no plan for Karachi, so you should let me know what should I do while I'm in
Gavadir,
Karachi.
you just saw the image. We're going to recommend that to you.
All right.
Yes.
Yes.
So you have to go to Gavadir. Then you see Karachi, as it's called the city of lights. It's a lot of hustle and bustle, and it's a very fast-paced city. The people are different there because you're going to see a mix of ethnicities there.
Wow.
Lahore, whereas it's restricted mostly to Punjabis, the majority is Punjabis, right?
Yes.
You get that. Now, the food there is going to be a total different experience for you. Lahore has some great food. The hospitality is amazing. But when we talk about Karachi, the street food, you're going to see so many options.
Wow.
When it comes to fast food, when it comes to local cuisine,
Yes.
then some international cuisine, you'll see a few variations. So you have to go to a particular place called Boat Basin where, you know, there's a strip
Basin. All right.
of small restaurants. You could sit in the car, have your meal, order there, or be on the roadside. Then you got to go to the Sea View. The place is called Sea View.
Sea View.
Yeah, and the beach is on the other side. There are two, three, let's say, names given to 2-3 different beaches. You Hawke's Bay, Sandspit, French Beach,
Wow.
and then Sea View is, you know, the coastline, and then
Yes.
you have a beautiful view. It's a long, long strip. You have a McDonald's there too. Grab a
wow.
bite. Yeah, see the beautiful view there. Go there at sunset, and then head to Boat Basin. Go to that strip of restaurants, and indulge in some nice meal.
Oh, it sounds wonderful.
Yeah, meal or meals, whatever, depends upon your capacity. Right. So Maria, when did you go to Karachi last?
Oh my God, 2 years ago?
But that's recent.
Yeah, it is.
What did you do there? So, you know, maybe I'm missing out on something.
Well, actually, there's one thing that I really want to do, and I want to suggest to Jonathan that he should do at least one way, if not two way. So if you're traveling by air to Karachi, I would suggest that he should drive back, because that drive is beautiful.
But he has to leave on the 3rd.
Oh,
unfortunately.
okay,
well,
so
for next time. That's a
maybe-
good suggestion.
Well, I'm
again.
just suggesting for
So the
next
salt
time.
mines,
Salt
up
mines.
from up here,
Yes.
then Harappa, the city, and then
Yes.
Mohenjo-daro.
Mohenjo-daro.
If you're going to
These are
Sindh, then if you have
historic.
time, visit
Alright.
Mohenjo-daro.
These are all historic sites, and then
Ancient cities which were dug up.
Wow.
Yes, these are.
we have beaches in Karachi.
Yes.
I remember seeing the pictures of the brightly decorated camels. Is that
Oh yes,
Karachi?
that's on the sea view. Like
That's
if you
sea
now,
view,
if you
right.
go down
Yes.
from the steps from McDonald's. Okay, I'm getting a little too detailed. I'll tell you later about it.
Right.
But the camels are there. You can take a ride.
Good.
So that'll be fun. But make sure you don't fall off, because when the camel gets up,
Yes.
there's probably a tendency that you'll probably
Oh, no.
roll over.
What's the key to riding a camel? How do you?
So you have to be firm and straight. You know, you have to sit
Alright.
straight. You just can't move with the camel, because you'll probably just fall off.
Oh no. All right, that's good advice.
Yes. So, well, Jonathan, it's been lovely talking to you, Maria. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you, both of you, and great suggestions. I hope Maria's suggestions also helped.
Yes, thank
and
you so
next time
much.
you're in Pakistan, you have to try salt and sage as well.
Yes. All right.
You must.
For sure.
And you got to try the Hyderabadi section also.
All right. I look forward to it.
We will.
Yes, our local version of salsa.
Yes, local version.
Right. So thank you again. Have a safe journey. And Maria, all the best
you
with your
so much.
startup.
Thank you.
It's doing well, and wish you all the best. And same goes for you, Jonathan.
All right. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
having us.
And hope to see you again in Pakistan.
Thank you.
Alright.
Thank you.
I shall see you next week. Same time, same channel. Keep watching Discover Pakistan.